Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Throwaways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. All right, we got quite a bit to do tonight. We got quite a bit to show you. So we went to a train show and we got all these guys here. And I still haven't shown you the tank car that we brought home from Tennessee. So we're going to do that as well. But before we do any of that, we got some more mail. So all right, yeah, yesterday was a bang up day. I went to the train show, had a great day, and then had something in my mailbox. That was awesome. So all right. So this is, I've already taken the liberty of opening this, and I've already read the note. I will try not to cry this time. You'll see what I mean. All right, so this is from our friend Richard, and Richard and I share a not only just the railroad passion, but we also share the probably the same handwriting. So I'm going to try to read this. I can't read my own handwriting either, Richard, so don't worry about it. So all right, this is what it says. It says, "Hi again, Greg. Your friend Richard here. You may recall I sent a model train book a little while back." Well, yeah. Yes, thank you. This is quite nice. Thank you. It's very generous. We appreciate that. Let's see. I have been slowed down a bit the last little bit and was in the hospital. My daughter came and visited every day and was kind enough to let me watch your latest videos when she came. That's a devoted fans, guys. Well, wow, Richard, that's pretty awesome. All right, so it says, I'm back home now and we have begun the search for some of my model train things. We found these two train cars. Oh. And I would be honored if they can please join your collection. I have watched every one of your videos. Wow, Richard, I'm sorry. Some of those are real stinkers. Oh my goodness. And I don't believe you have these yet or haven't seen them. If you do, well, Richard, if you've watched all my videos, you've seen everything I have. So awesome. All right, so then it says, thank you for all you do. It means a lot to some of the older folk like me to see some of the childhood memories brought to life. Until I find more of my things, please do enjoy these. More to come, Richard. Wow, Richard. That is incredibly nice. Thank you. Have not looked in the box yet to see what it is, but wow, my heart is just like really touched. The first time I read that, guys, I didn't do that this time. I really had to try hard. So all right, let's see what Richard sent us. So this looks like it's probably O scale. Man, it's packed well. Here we go. What is this? What is it? Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Richard, really? Oh, my goodness. So this is the Lionel, I believe it's O gauge. Is it O gauge or standard? You know, I'm really not sure. I'm too excited to even think. Let's see. This is O gauge. All right, yeah, this is O gauge. Wow. My mind just totally went, my mind was literally blown there for a minute. So, all right, yeah, I don't have this color caboose. This is so awesome. Look at this. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Whoa, my goodness, how generous. Wow, so this was Richard's as a kid. My goodness. Oh, my goodness, yes. Wow. So, all right, so this guy here, you know, I think we have maybe the newer version of this, but I believe that's standard gauge now that I'm thinking about it. So this is quite nice, and this will clean up really nice. It's got the beige and the orange, and it's got a little bit of dirt here and there, but you know, that's just what happens when they get old, right? Very nice. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Richard. That is so kind, so nice. Thank you. We appreciate you more than words could possibly say. All right, so I just wanted to get the mail call out of the way. Put my address right here, just because I forget to do it on most of my videos, and that way, if you need it, you have it. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. My goodness, Richard, thank you. Wow. All right, so we're gonna put these. I'm like not even wanting to put them towards the back. I want to just keep looking at them. All right, so let's move on because this is going to be a long video otherwise. So, okay, went to Tennessee and visited my mom. We went to a train club there, and this is one of the things I bought. And yeah, very cool. This is a, looks like Corn Industrial tank car. It's very, very nice. And I got this, and I also got the Amtrak set that I showed you guys the other night, but I haven't had a chance to show you this guy's like up close and personal. So we're gonna run this, and you know, anytime I get a new tank car, what I do is I I put all the tank cars together, and we run as many tank cars as we have. And yeah, we'll talk about these two back here in just a minute. So all right, this is the one that I got from East Tennessee. I just have not had a chance to even talk about this guy or show it to you. This is K-Line. I love the colors that K-Line uses. They're always bright. They're always colorful. The K-Line cars are quite nicely weighted. All right, so let's move on to the things that we got at the train show yesterday. So all right, I was too tired to make this video yesterday. So let's start with the thing that perhaps is the most intriguing here, or one of the most intriguing things. So this is a Thomas the Tank Engine, and he's metal, and I believe that the man I got him from said that somebody had attempted to take a Tyco Thomas, which I don't know that this is Tyco, but anyway, and they tried to put an O-scale motor in there. Now the motor itself is pretty much fried. I checked it out earlier. It was all together when I got it. They had it buttoned up fairly nicely. I mean, you know, but anyway, very cool. We may or may not be able to make that work at some time in the future, probably with a new drive motor. All right, so when I went to the train show, one of the very first things that I saw, and I had to circle around and get it because I just thought it was too cool, is this poultry car. It's got chickens and it lights up. Now it's got a little guy that when he goes around the track, he comes out the door here, but he's disconnected. I have him over there, but I haven't quite figured out how he goes in here, so we will have to do that. I'll probably have to look at a YouTube video or something to see how that goes together. I did have it apart earlier, and I couldn't figure it out. So all right, so there's that. This is let's see, who's this by? This is by Lionel. All right, cool, very nice. So yeah, this is quite nice. It's quite big. It's quite heavy. I liked it a lot. Just it's funny, you see things and they kind of click in your head like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. So all right, let's talk about this little guy right here, just because he's kind of here at the front. So this is by Ives, and you know, I'm kind of just enamored with Ives for whatever reason. So you know, we have that one set that this could probably go behind, and this would be about that same era. So yeah, I saw this, and once again, not a lot of money, so I kind of had to have it. All right, so then from the same lady that I got that from, I got this Lionel Jr. Now, Lionel Jr. there for a while kind of had kind of a, well, I won't say a bad name, but you know, it just seemed like it was less desirable or less collectible. So for those of you that may not know a lot of Lionel history, I just mentioned Ives. Lionel actually put Ives out of business, and I believe, if I recall the story correctly, the Lionel Jr. line was actually Ives that they redid and put their name back on it. So anyway, this guy is kind of rough. He's got some gearing problems, but he does work. I did test him out on the track without you guys earlier, sorry, because I just had to. But anyway, yeah, they have a lot better examples of these on eBay for not a lot of money. But you know, I kind of like to buy my cars, well, you know, where they've been well loved. And this guy right here, let me tell you, he's been well loved. So he's missing the drive rod on this side. We'll have to find that. He's got it on this side. So yeah. All right. So we'll see him run around the track here in a little bit. And I believe that this car would have come with that, but I'm really not 100% positive on that. So if somebody knows different, this is Lionel Lines 1691, and yeah, 10 plate, got the right couplers. I think this probably may have at some point gone together. I don't know. It's going to go together today, I can tell you that for sure. All right, so from the same person, I'm kind of skipping around here. I do apologize that. For the same person that I got the poultry car here, I got these other four. And this was kind of on my way out the door. Anyway, this is MTH. It's got some cool, I believe these are Camaros on here. So I just kind of had to have that. That was very cool. I think that's going to look pretty sharp going around the track. What do you guys think? So, all right. So then last but certainly not least is these tank cars. And I got this one just because it said, just because it says rocket fuel. And, you know, I live in the Houston area, so that's kind of cool. Very cool. So, all right, we got the rocket fuel one, and then we got this, looks like from the Lionel Visitor Center. I didn't even necessarily look at what this says. I just liked it because it was white, and I didn't think I had a white tank car. So very, very cool. So, all right. So I think we've come to the part of the video. We're going to put this stuff on the track now. To run these older guys here, I'm going to have to get out something else. But you know what? I'm game. How about you guys? Let's do it. All right. So we got all the tank cars here on the track. Now, invariably, I'll do this, then I'll find another tank car around somewhere else. But anyway, this is what I have. This is what we have now. And I believe we have 18 tank cars on this track right now. So that ought to be cool to watch. As I alluded to earlier, anytime I get a new tank car, we run them all together like this because, well, I just like seeing that. I think it's cool. So all right, let's get it going. So we're going to be pulling it with this tri-powered K-line, tri-powered in that each one of those units, the A unit, the B unit, and the other A unit are all powered. So we'll not have a problem pulling this at all. All right, looks pretty awesome. So all right, so if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that we're going to let this run around the track just a few times, and we're going to drop it to the ground, and we're going to give you the views that I know that you like. I kind of like them myself, where you have the camera on the ground and kind of see the well, I'm going to call it a kid's eye view, because that's kind of the way that we used to look at them, you know, laying on the floor as a kid, right? So I can't get on the floor, can't lay on the floor anymore, but I can use the camera. All right, so let's get it down. Let's see what's going on. Let's get the view we like. Let's do it. All right, so this is all the tank cars, you know, until we get more. And then we'll do this again, because I like doing this. This is fun. I like seeing all the tank cars going by. All right, so I hadn't planned on doing this, but you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of a liberty, because, you know, I can do that. So you may recall that we got a Mark's diesel set in the thrift store lot that we got, and we cleaned him up, and he's here on the track, so we might as well give him kind of his premiere right now too. So why not? I mean, you know, we're throwing everything else in this video, so yeah, let's do it. Backwards, always backwards. All right, here he comes. Awesome. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but he cleaned up really, really nice. All that dirt and stuff came right off. He's just as bright and shiny as the day he was new. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So what do you say we get the Lionel Jr. on the on the track here? Let's see what he does. We're not going to run him too long, because I noticed that his gears are, well, he's had a time or two around the track. Let's put it that way. He's high mileage. somebody has played with that guy a lot. That makes me happy, actually. All right, so let's get this stuff, or at least one of these things off the track, and we'll put the Lionel Jr. on. I think we'll probably run it where the Mark's diesel is, just because it's a lot less to get off the track. Let's do that. All right, so we have the Lionel Jr. here on the track, and I'm ready to see him go. Now this guy, I'm just here to tell you, he has had quite a life. I was noticing when I was putting him on the track that the some of the tabs for the cab are not exactly where they belong. We will fix that at some point, but yeah, this guy has had a life. He's quite beat up. He's quite worn. It's kind of like the way that I like to buy my trains, frankly, played with and yeah, loved. So all right, so let's see what this guy will do. Let's run it around the track and let's see what happens. Very cool. Hard to argue with that. So as I alluded to in the intro, unless I redid the intro, but anyway, I believe that the Lionel Jr. was actually what they renamed the Ives products that they had left over after Lionel acquired Ives. So I think that's where Lionel Jr. came from, and I think that's probably what this is. Now, you know, subject to somebody tell me different, which, you know, I've been wrong before. It's okay. All right, very cool. How about that? Lionel Jr. So we're not going to run this guy just a whole lot, because he is quite worn. Some of those bushings and so forth in him are in dire need of replacement. His gears barely do mesh together enough to make him run, and I don't want to strip anything. So yep, but he does work. He is functional. So all right, until we get around to repairing him, that's about it. So all right, let's get to the next thing, which I believe is what? The other freight cars that we got at the swap meet, yeah. So let's do that. You know what? I'm just going to put them at the end of these tank cars because that's the easiest thing to do. And we can look at that. That might look a little cool. I mean, it won't be all tank cars, but that's certainly the easiest thing to do. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get out one of the pre-war sets and then run some of Richard's cars that he so kindly sent us and see what that looks like. So all right, let's do it. All right, so I put the other two cars that we got at the swap meet at the front of the train here because they are actually quite heavy. If you have heavy cars, you want to put them at the front of the train, especially when you have this many train cars, and some of these tank cars are not very heavy. Otherwise, what it's going to do is it's just going to pull them off the track as opposed to pull it around the track. So, all right, so yeah, we got the MTH car with, I believe those are Camaros. It's quite nice. I like that a lot. Then we got the chicken car that lights up, and once again, it is an operating car. We'll figure out what that guy is actually supposed to do. I think we're missing a spring or some sort of retainer or something. But we'll certainly check it out and figure it out, and we will let you guys know, and we'll certainly demonstrate it when we get it together. All right, so what are we going to do next? What we would like to do next? So, all right, I think that we will get out the antique Ives set and run our new passenger car, and I think at the same time, just to save a little time, we'll go ahead and put some of Richard's cars that he sent us, well, he sent us two, put them here on the track and we'll show them. Maybe we'll run that behind the, I don't know, maybe the Commodore Vanderbilt by Lionel. That might look very cool and it'd definitely be period correct. So all right, let's do that and we'll get right back to you. All right, so we have Richard's cars here on the track behind the Commodore Vanderbilt. Very much period correct. Got the boxcar and the caboose. Man, do they look sharp behind that Commodore Vanderbilt. Now, before we show that, I think I'm going to go ahead and run the Ives, get that out of the way. You know, he does tend to be quite old, and sometimes we have to struggle a little bit with him because, well, you know, you get old, you get struggles. So, all right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and give him some power. Give him some power. See what I mean? See what I mean? So, all right. So this guy contacts the track in exactly one place underneath. So as opposed to Lionel and some of the others where, you know, you have several different points. So, all right, let's try it again. Here it goes. Yep, that's what it was. All right, so really the only thing that we added that's new that you guys haven't seen before is the very last car. And I am very well aware that they don't match, but they are all Ives. And definitely all of the same era, so that's very, very cool. All right, look at that. Very neat. So do you think we ought to, I think instead of dropping it down right now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start the Commodore Vanderbilt. I'm going to go ahead and stop the Ives just because it's not a good idea to run him a long time at any given time. So let's stop him and we will get the Commodore Vanderbilt going here with the cars that Richard so generously sent us. So all right, let's do that. Here he goes. Very cool. So Richard didn't tell us how long it's been since these have been on a track, but I suspect it's been a day or two. Very nice. Does my heart good. Very, very cool. All right, so we're going to give this one more time around, then we're going to drop it down. We're going to take a look at both of them going together. We're probably going to call this about it because, you know, this has probably become quite a long video by now. We've included quite a bit. So let's do that and let's get doing. All right, so we got the Commodore Vanderbilt going around the track with the cars that Richard sent us. Richard, I think you will agree that these look pretty freaking awesome. So, as I may have alluded to earlier, Richard didn't exactly clue us in to the last time these cars saw a track, so it could have been quite some time. Maybe he can let us know. All right, in any case, I hope it does his heart as good as it does mine to see these go, because that just makes me super happy. All right, so next let's go ahead and get the Ives started, and we'll run these together. If they will run together sometimes, you know, they kind of do what they want to do. Very cool. All right. So we could really tempt fate and maybe run the K-line at the same time. What do you think? The thing about having it that close is it looks like it's super fast and it's not. So, alright. So, don't have a standard gauge train here on the track, but you know, maybe we can get these other two going. And that might be for a cool ending. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can remember which one this is. It appears to have turned on something on the other side of the room. Alright, I think that's supposed to be that one, and it's not working. Alright, well, you know, we can make this one go maybe. Or not. Wow, nothing's going to work. Well, you know about that. Well, bummer. Well, so much for that. There it goes. Alright, so now I don't know why the other one quit. I guess I gotta go there and try it, because man, that's going to look really cool if I can make it work. More than likely I stepped on the track over here. It's more than likely what happened. Before it's off the track. There we go, maybe. I think we got a dirty track. So when you don't run these quite as often as I was there for a little while, they get dirty. Usually if they make it around once, they'll do it totally. So, alright. It's going to make me walk around the whole track, apparently. Alright, come on. Well now. Not cool. This I stepped on earlier, so I'm sure that's what that's about. Alright, we got it going. Alright, let's slow down the other other American flyer that's just kind of chugging along and going crazy over there. Alright, how about this? Very, very cool. Alright guys, well I hope you have enjoyed. You know, we got the thrift store find, the marks. Well, I guess it's not on the track now that we kind of previewed for you tonight. And of course, we got the cars that Richard sent in. Thank you again, Richard. We will enjoy these, I promise. We will treat them very well. We got the auto transport car and the chicken car. And then the other two tank cars that we got from the swap meets, and of course the yellow, I think it says corn car, when we went to East Tennessee and visited the train club up there. And of course, last but not least, we got this little addition to our I've set here, the little passenger car. It doesn't match exactly, but you know what? I won't tell anybody if you want. Alright guys, until next time, I think this is about it. Enough shenanigans for one night. GGS Railways out.